passion, discipline, growth, community. All about love, teamwork, accomplish the mission.
So, a little bit about my military background. 87, I graduated from high school, wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I ended up joining the Army to give me a little time to figure out life. And so active, I went to Fort Benning, Georgia for basic training. From there, I went to Fort Riley, Kansas, Echo Company, 5th Battalion, 16th Infantry, 1st Infantry Division, so I was part of the Big Red One there. I had a chance to go overseas, so there's a little bit about my history. It was 11 Hotel, which was actually a tow missile gunner. It was my profession while I was there, so providing support for our ground troops that were up front and battling. So I would love to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about what working with veterans has done for me, specifically mental health, right? So I've suffered from depression all my life, was able to manage it, not from knowing how to manage it, but I was able to manage it until there was a time in my life, about 9.5, 10 years ago, when I completely gave up. I suffered from depression. And things got really bad, and things got really, really dark for me. And it took help. It took reaching out for help for me to find the light and to see the light. I just needed a little bit of it to crack through the door, and it attracted me. And once I found hope, which is one of the things I love about PGA HOPE, it's an incredible brand, right? What an incredible name. Helping our Patriots everywhere. But the key word I always get from there is hope. You gotta have that in order to see the light and to stay in the light. So sit here before you, a completely changed man from say 9+ years ago. So what I would like to talk about there is what working with the veterans has done for me personally. The things I love about when I'm working with veterans or anyone or given to any cause, but specifically here for veterans, is when I'm working with them, I in no way, shape, or form thinking about myself, thinking about my problems, thinking about any issues. First and foremost, the one thing I want to see most out of our veterans when we're participating in PGA HOPE, for example, is a smile. I need to know we're having a good time and we're having fun, right? And anyone who's played this game knows the draining a long putt, chipping one in off from the fringe or off the green, or hitting a nice long drive, nice and straight without it going straight to the right, can definitely bring a smile and put a large amount of happiness into someone's heart. That's what this game has really given back to these guys and given back to me. So PGA HOPE and what I think it does for veterans and mental health. I've had conversations with people in the parking lot, especially that first year, I remember the most. Talking to a gentleman in the parking lot after we got done, and he had tears rolling down his eyes. And I asked if everything was okay, and he just simply said, yes, this is the best time I've ever had in the last 3 years of my life, because he was going through some very difficult times. And I know the darkness once again was falling upon him, and we found an outlet for him. I see him from time to time out hitting balls on the range, and I make sure to stop by and say hello. And for the first couple of weeks of that program, I didn't see a smile. And for the last half of that program, and now every time I see him on the range, he's all smiles, and he's just loving the game of golf and really getting into it. I know that when they get out there, him and other veterans, I know once again they're not thinking about what's going on in their life. They're not thinking about what's going wrong up here. There's one goal, and that's to enjoy yourself out there. I guess a few goals, the main goal being to enjoy yourself out there. Other goals would be community, the connection, improvement, and finding something that you can maybe wrap your mind around and spend some hours with. So it's been a wonderful experience, and I love watching the growth and seeing everybody have an opportunity to find what I have found in the healing process. We had someone in our section by the name of David that just asked me a simple question as I stood on a putting green. And that simple question was, Nygaard, how is life treating you? And I couldn't look this man in the eyes, and I couldn't answer that question. And it crushed me. And that's when it dawned on me that I was going backwards. That's when it dawned on me I had a choice to make. Continue going backwards, or reach out for help once again and start moving forward. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm forever grateful to that gentleman for asking me such a simple little question. But there's no doubt in my mind he could see I was hurting. It was an amazing experience. I walked away from there just once again feeling shame, because I promised myself I wouldn't go there again, and here I was. So a couple weeks later after that, I got an email from that same individual in our section letting us know that PGA HOPE was coming to the Nebraska section. And I did not hesitate. I shot him back a picture of me sitting on a track. That's what we call them, tracks, out in the middle of the desert with a specialist of mine that was in charge of our track. I just happened to be the gunner. I was a tow missile gunner. So I sent that picture back and said, I absolutely, positively have to be a part of this program, please. And he didn't hesitate to say, you're in. And from there, when the PGA HOPE came to our section in 2018, jumped on board, and I've been a part of that program ever since. And man, proud of that, because it's been fun to watch us start and see us graduate 16, maybe 20 people, I think we did that year, to what we're doing in the section now. I think last year we graduated 89 graduates, maybe. It's been an amazing ride. Very proud of what it is we've accomplished. I wish I had more stats for you. But what I do know is I watch us grow from this little thing to moving on to this year, where we're going to have 2 sessions at Eagle Hills here in Omaha, and we're also going to take one over to Willow Lakes, and I get to be a part of all 3 of those sessions. One in the spring, 2 in the fall. Incredibly excited and look forward to that. It's definitely one of my favorite times of the year, so looking forward to seeing everybody again. I got invited to be the team captain to take Team Nebraska down to Oklahoma, where they're having the PGA Championship. Monday before, we got to go out and play a little tournament called the Secretary's Cup, so our national championship for the PGA HOPE, I guess, if you will. So myself, 6 other veterans went down there along with some staff from the Nebraska section. What an incredible event. Rolled out the red carpet. This is the first time I'd ever got to experience something like this, so I was definitely soaking it all in. But watching the guys around me and my teammates, just love it, absolutely all of it. The dinners, the golf, of course, everything about it was just unbelievable. So proud to have been a part of that. A few things that I take away from there were the flyovers. I thought was amazing, just absolute chills. All the other veterans, some with amputees, some with wheelchairs. It was absolutely amazing to watch our veterans getting out there, overcome disabilities, overcome whatever it is, just so we can get out, enjoy some community connection, get out on that golf course, drop some bombs, make a few putts, and just really celebrate being together, celebrate what it is we've been through, and just celebrate where it is we're going. Most importantly, yes, where we're headed. So it was an incredible experience, and I would specifically like to thank the committee and the board for everyone for choosing me, to allow me to go down with those veterans. What an incredible experience. Sparky Golf Swings for Vets was a program I started in 2021. I offered free lessons for veterans. I did it myself, so I maxed it out at 12 students. We had it full every week. It was a great time for me to get to know, pretty much as about the same 12. We had a few that would kind of scatter in and out, but great time for us to get together, work on our chipping, putting, full swing. But I sure loved sitting back and watching these guys who are complete strangers start talking about their experiences, where they've been, and the next thing I know, not only are they showing up for Sparky golf swings for vets, but they're also calling each other and saying, hey, let's go play some golf. So why I continue to be a part of the PGA HOPE program. It has become a large part of my own recovery. As anyone knows who's given back and gone out of their way to do things for other people, that giving back gets you outside of all your problems, right? So there's the selfish aspect of it. Because as my wife has pointed out to me on occasion, I can be a bit selfish. So the selfish part of this is part of my recovery. It's something I do to take care of myself by giving back to others and by taking a skill that I have and being able to help people learn that skill and get their minds off of things. So I've been a part of PGA HOPE since its inception because I believe in the program. I think it's amazing what it does helping other people. But in the same token, I just can't even begin to talk about what it has done for me, my own mental health, my own willingness and ability to thrive. So I am grateful that these veterans allow me to take my time to work with them. It's unbelievable. It's an incredible experience. So I'm grateful for this PGA HOPE program coming in and possibly saving me once again at a time when I needed it the most. So thank you. Where do we go from here? Because I've mentioned a few times growth. Here in Omaha, we had the 2 sessions at Eagle Hills Golf Course, spring and fall. We've added another one at Benson this coming up here. And then also one I get to be a part of again and be the lead for is Willow Lake. So we're growing. We're growing. And I can't wait to help grow. And I'm looking forward to getting other professionals to come help us teach and be a part of this because I just think it's an amazing opportunity. You don't have to be a veteran to be a part of this, to see what we're doing and how we're changing lives. So where do we go from here? It's all about growth. So I know we're expanding this. I'm excited to be a part of it. Growth personally for me is I'm going to continue with Sparky Golf Swings for Vets. I'm going to be doing one of those over at Willow Lakes Golf Course here in the Metro as well, which is part of Offutt Air Force Base. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be pretty well loaded up. So I'm excited for that opportunity, but I'm excited for what lies ahead, right? Back when I was suffering, say 2012, 2013, I didn't even know the word growth existed. So how do we grow? How do we get stronger? How do we get better? And we just continue to do what we're doing. Learn from those mistakes, use them as learning opportunities, and continue to build, to continue to grow. And for as long as I'm alive, and for as long as I'm a part of the PGA, I am going to be promoting this program because I wholeheartedly believe in it from the bottom of my heart, what it does for our veterans, what it does for myself, and what it does for our section and the PGA as a whole. So, proud.